I'm very disappointed because if they wanted the opinion polls have been saying 2%, maybe they meant it. Because why in my stronghold? I have not voted. Please switch off that phone, and if it rings again, I'll send you a this is very important because I'm addressing members of the 4th estate. Then why should we vote for presidential elections if I'm the only one who has not voted? I'm told Raila has voted, right? Maure has voted. I've just spoken to him to congratulate him. Ruto has voted. Wajackoyah has not voted. Why? Is that really something that somebody has to question? Why Kakamega County? Why Matungu Sub-County? Why? Why are these people afraid of? Why couldn't they test the kits? Why couldn't they test the kits? Does it mean if I don't vote, votes will be counted? Or do they want us to go to court? No. Go ahead, sir. I'm not really happy, but what can I say? I was supposed to fly back this afternoon. I have to buy another ticket. You know, from here to Kisumu is very far.
Have you perhaps been in touch with the IEBC officials, and what are they telling you?
I don't need to. Because they were there when you guys were there, telling me, oh, you're supposed to be here, like it's not working. And I'm asking them, what do we do? I told you have to wait. My people are defranchised. The older generation have gone home. So we'll come and vote if they make them. Why rig me out of this election? If the opinion polls have been saying 2% and I've got the entire nation with me, probably that's what they want to. But you know what? I stand with God. That's the only thing I can say. My wife here was telling me that, you know what God has written stands. Maybe she can say something. Please, let Kenyans hear her voice for the first time. Yes.
I wasn't really expecting this, but it's very disappointing for the machines to not be working on the day that's most important to the lives of all Kenyans concerned. However, no weapon formed against us, the people of God, the people of Kenya, shall prosper. That's the ground that we stand on. So you all remain vigilant, remain cool, remain calm, and we'll see this thing to the end. Thank you.
Professor, do you make another attempt to just try the kits?
You know, I have no mechanical engineering in my head. I've never done mechanics. So even if I go there, I mean, how do I answer that question? You said another attempt. How? I'm not an engineer. If they tell me they're not working, that means they're not working. Why would I go to do another attempt if they're not working? Unless I'm the most foolish lawyer in the world.
In terms of the voters you have lost, would you give an estimate? Those ones who came and gave
I've voted millions. I've lost millions of votes. You know, this is the strongest. The Kakamega County has the second largest number of voters in the country. And if you go everywhere I've been in the morning, especially in Muira, in Matungu division, I've been to Bungoma this morning, everybody's yelling me. Sorry about if I answered you wrongly. I do apologize because I didn't get it right. You are right. But if I lose in my stronghold, what happens?
What is the next course of action for Professor Wajackoyah? Because now selling to votes are very unfortunate.
Well, let Kenyans decide and say. This will be the first elections where a presidential candidate has not voted because the government has rigged him out.
Maybe, Prof, you're a lawyer of high standing, and we understand that just the other day, the court ruled that the manual voter register should actually be a complementary one. Why, maybe, what do you make of it that IEBC has not provided that as a complementary?
That's why you see me saying that I'm going to do away with some parts of the Constitution. Now you see the answers. This Constitution is vague, the lawyers are vague, the judges are vague, and had I been given an opportunity Those are areas of the Constitution that you're going to look into. Because what is the alternative? The law, as rigid as it is, gives a momentum, but it also gives an alternative. If you go into the Constitution, they'll always tell you about restraint of speech. You have the freedom to go out there and speak your rights. In the U.S., First Amendment rights, and the First Amendment gives you right to demonstrate or to picket. But because of national security, it also gives you an alternative. So whoever restrains you will tell you, okay, you are not supposed to speak here because of this, but you are giving you an alternative. So coming to your question, that ought to have been an alternative. In case this fails, it's an alternative. Now the Supreme Court judges, and that's why I'm going to sack some of them. Had I been given an opportunity, that is what I was talking about. What alternative has the Supreme Court given to the IEBC? Members of the press, are you getting the reasons why I've been saying that some areas of the Constitution ought to be reformed? What alternative is Chebukati given? If somebody has cleverly gone to court and eaten with the judges to make sure that Ruto gets his way, because Ruto was advocating for that, so that they can rig the election. This is how they are rigging the election. Tufanye hivi, Professor ameshindwa kuingia kwa sisi, I've refused to join them. This is an allegation I'm making. And I take it to myself. So do not be responsible for it. Ndio sasa, tukistarve yeye, the way I'm being starved, you'll have no alternative. Now, what if Chebukati came in with the manual, and the court has overruled against the manual? Then I vote through the manual. Will that not be an illegality? Members of the fourth estate? Why would I, as poor as I am, as small person as I am, be denied? What was the alternative? And why has the Supreme Court put its nose in an area? And when I speak about corruption in the Supreme Court or the judges, you think I'm a madman. Restraint. Then let's starve them. Then what happens? Look at Kenyans in Australia. They voted this morning. And I was also voted for. You saw the results. Now, if Kenyans in Australia can vote for me the same way they voted for my opponent, and Kenyans in Kenya cannot vote for me, or they can vote for me, but I cannot vote. Now, if I go there and stand and say, oh, they have now come back at 8 in the evening, we vote for 11 hours, do you think those old men are going to come back? Is that not indirect rigging? I am pained. But what can I do? I've done my campaigns in the entire country. I never got anything. No Kenyan threw any stone at me. So they had hope. But then now the system is just stealing away that hope. It's okay.
By the system you mean who?
The system that is supposed to provide, to make provisions for me to vote. That is the system.
That's IEBC rigging you out.
Those are your own words. And please don't put them in my mouth.
Prof, what exactly happened? Is it your fingerprints that won't read, or what exactly happened that you are unable to vote?
Didn't we have some journalists who are there? How many people are there who listened to the conversation? They said they have died, you can't vote. They are waiting. I said it's fine. Peacefully I walk away.
In other polling stations, the POs are having alternatives. In case the name is appearing, but perhaps the fingerprints are not appearing, there's a way they are ensuring that this voter does not go away. Especially the elderly, they have a problem with their fingerprints, but they are using alternatives to make sure that these elderly are able to vote. So in your case, given this particular situation, because you said that you leave it to Kenyans to decide, masses of Kenyans cannot decide. So what exactly is your next course of action?
No.
What has happened?
You asked me a question, but then you deviated from it. You asked me what happened.
Yes.
Let's start it from there.
Yes.
I went there and they said, this is where you are supposed to vote. But unfortunately, the machines are not working, so they could not even have the opportunity to take my fingerprints. But then, however, they told me that they are talking to, and they are going to go into the manual. Then my question is, the Supreme Court ruled against the manual. Is it Court of Appeal? Yesterday. So what manual is going to the manual? You know, that's a question that one also. Only a fool, Katanga's fool, can look at the way things the way I'm looking at it. Now, even if they brought the money, and then I participate in the money, by the Supreme Court decision, yes, the Court of Appeal, how manual is going to be money? If they make this, the kids, what about people who are old who have come in, they have been told, and then they are saying, we shall now do the 11 hours for it. This man has come from very far, coming. Maybe he was brought in a wheelchair, then taken back. Who will bring him again? Those are questions that we need to ask. Which means that these guys knew that I was going to win this election outright. That's why they started with 14%, 11%, the opinion poll bastards. 14%, 11%, lunatics. They are lunatics, I'm sorry to say that. Then they came in and they said 5%, now 2%. So that I don't come out. But if it is the president doing this, he will have to be accountable. If it's Uhuru Kenyatta doing this, because he has said Raila must win, he will have to be accountable, because he's the president of this country.
Do you think this election should be postponed?
Why postpone? How much money has been? It's up to them. If they want to bring in a lame duck president, we shall have alternatives. They're always available.
And which are the alternatives?
Yeah, you ask me stupid questions, I give you stupid answers. You have asked me stupid questions, you have come here. Please don't ask me any question, I'll not answer you. Next question.
Prof, the second question that I was asking, you had said that you leave it to Kenyans to decide. The masses of Kenyans may not be able to decide for you. What exactly are you...
No, if Kenyans vote for me as a president, then I will be the next president. But if they have been denied to vote for me, then how can I be the next president? When my people, my home, my constituency, my entire place has been refused, how do I become if the kids are not working? Where is my vote?
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Meller Lee. I'll write it. It's easy. It's easy. It's not. It's easy. Top of that.
I come from big to the
Lee.
Mtazamaji, ni mwaniaji wa kiti cha urais kwa chama cha Roots ambaye ni George Wajackoyah, hapo akielezea kutoridhishwa kwake na jinsi ambavyo shughuli nzima imekuwa ikiendeshwa, ikizingatiwa kwamba hajaweza kupiga kura.